Well, hello everyone. Welcome to No Mana, No Problem. My name is Michael, and I'll be your host for today. And today we're taking a look at a historic deck. This is an Enchantress deck. Enchantress being a wonderful archetype that I've loved for a long time. I have a couple commander decks that are built around Enchantresses. And Enchantress decks are easy. They're built around enchantments and generally have an amazing card draw engine behind them so that you can find the enchantment you need when you need it. And this deck is no different. This list I pulled from Huey Jensen. Huey being a longtime Magic professional. He's one of the pillars of the Magic community. And I was kind of shocked to see a pro with an enchantment deck. But taking a look at his list, it makes a lot of sense. Enchantment's got some upgrades with the arrival of Historic Horizons onto Arena just about a month ago or so here. And got some pretty amazing pickups that sort of have taken this to a little bit more of a competitive level and something that can actually hang in Historic a little bit. Specifically, those upgrades are Sythis, Harvest Hand, Sterling Grove, and Sanctum Weaver. But we'll get into each of the cards. For now, I just want to sort of say that as a best-of-one deck, and the way Huey has sort of set this up, you can see that it's a combo deck, really, for Game 1, using 9 Lives and Solemnity as your finisher. But the deck can attack from a couple different angles, which gives it some resilience in the format, I think. And let's take a look at some of the individual choices. So, of course, Enchantress's presence has been around on Arena for a little while. Is a classic Magic card that says simply, whenever you cast an enchantment spell, draw a card. And you'll see that there's enough card draw in here. We can basically churn through our entire library looking for what we need. Complementing Enchantress's presence now is Sythis Harvest Hand. Sythis is a legendary enchantment creature nymph that says whenever you cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So a little bit of life gain along with the Enchantress's presence here. Sythis, of course, being legendary means only 1 out at a time, a little bit of a downside, and also, weak to removal. That is until we found Sterling Grove. So Sterling Grove is a new enchantment that also came with Historic Horizons, and it's an enchantment simply saying that other enchantments you control have Shroud. Shroud being a great mechanic that sort of really makes it tough for the opponent to use any sort of spot removal on either your enchantments or your creatures, because all of our creatures are enchantment creatures. They either have to have a sweeper, or they have to deal with Sterling Grove before they can do anything about our other enchantments. Additionally, out of Historic Horizons, we got Sanctum Weaver. Sanctum Weaver is at the 2 mana slot, 1 and a green for an enchantment creature Dryad. Her tap ability is tap and add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of enchantments you control. Well, in an enchantments deck, we're always putting enchantments out as permanents. So Sanctum Weaver can become quite the mana dork quite quickly, and allows us to use that mana for one of our alternate win conditions, which is Destiny Spinner. So Destiny Spinner, again at the 2 mana slot for 1 and a green, is an enchantment creature human. Creature and enchantment spells you control can't be countered. And for 3 and a green, a target land you control becomes an XX elemental creature with trample and haste until end of turn, where X is the number of enchantments you control. It's still a land. So with Sanctum Weaver and Destiny Spinner, you can fire up more than a few lands when it's time to swing the game. And they have trample and haste written on them, which can be difficult for anyone to deal with. But the primary win condition, I think, in best of one is going to be the 9 Lives and Solemnity combo, which has been in Historic for a little while. I'm not sure when Solemnity was released. I know it was after 9 Lives, and when Solemnity came, this combo was actually picked up by some high-level Magic players and played, I think, at like a Worlds event or a Grand Prix of some sort, or one of the Magic Championships. So the combo is simple. 9 Lives simply says that it's an enchantment that has hexproof. And if a source would deal damage to you, prevent that damage and put an incarnation counter on 9 lives. When there are 9 or more incarnation counters on 9 lives, exile it. When 9 lives leaves the battlefield, you lose the game. So, a hexproof enchantment is very difficult for most decks to deal with. However, if they're damage racing you, 9 lives is not a lot if you have an aggro deck. So Solemnity was the missing piece of the puzzle, and Solemnity is another enchantment that says players can't get counters, and counters can't be put on artifacts, creatures, enchantments, or land. So with Solemnity on the battlefield and 9 lives on the battlefield, they can attack you all they want, and nary a counter will ever go onto 9 lives. So Solemnity becomes your weakest link. The opponent has to deal with your Solemnity. But Sterling Grove, having Shroud for other enchantments, really has made this a very difficult. You're in a soft lock position when you have these two out together, and once you put Sterling Grove, it's basically checkmate. And they have to deal in order with a Sterling Grove, then a Solemnity, then attack you down to get your 9 lives cooking again. And I've found that most players, when they see this combo assemble on the battlefield, I've had so many scoops. We should have called it enchanted scoops. Mana base, we're running all the duels we have access to. We have 2 layers of the Hydra. I've considered going back to 1. I've had this come in tapped too many times at some crucial moments. But that's the deck. Let's take it out for a spin on best of 1 and see if my theory is right or wrong about whether or not this will work. Oh, and 1 main deck, rest in peace, because it's historic and graveyard shenanigans are everywhere. At the 4 mana slot, also some cast out, just nice solid removal at instant speed if we need to take care of a problematic permanent on the other side of the battlefield. And Calix Destiny's Hand, the Planeswalker that never got a lot of love in Standard, but in Historic here I think is just fantastic and was built for a deck just like this. +1 lets us look at the top 4 cards of our library, reveal an enchantment card from among them, put that into our hand, put the rest on the bottom of our library in a random order. It's -3 is exile a target creature or enchantment you don't control until a target enchantment you control leaves the battlefield. And its ultimate is return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. I've ulted Calix a few times. It's absolutely hilarious when it happens, and is usually game ending on the spot. But watch on best of 1 when the cat comes out with the no counters play. A lot of players just can't handle the combination on its own. Adding Sterling Grove is the nail in the coffin. So let's take it out for a spin and see how it does. So best of 1 historic ranked. We're somewhere up mid-diamond, I believe. And pushing for Mythic one of these days. I haven't had a lot of time to work the ladder on this account. We've been focused on our Grinder series and other things. So opening hand here, this deck doesn't do a lot unless you have either Sythis or your Enchantress's Presence. You need to be able to sort and filter through some cards. So this looks great. We have one of our combo pieces. We have an Enchantress's Presence to start digging deeper, and Destiny Spinner in case we're basing someone mad. So we're keep on the draw. Swamp. So maybe Vampire Tribal deck here. So turn 2 we have some options here. Destiny Spinner or Sanctum Weaver. I like the idea of getting some extra mana down. So, oh, well. Depends on how greedy we want to be now. Sythis might die right away to removal. If we put Sanctum Weaver out, we can test the waters a little bit. Yeah, let's play Sanctum Weaver. So, opponent with 2 Warlock classes and now this Rated Scorpion. We can block the 1/2 safely. So from here, we can play our Enchantress's Presence. And now that we have 2 enchantments out, Sanctum Weaver will tap for 2, and we can play our Destiny Spinner as follow up and replace our card. Sterling Grove, an excellent draw, will allow us to be able to go find our Solemnity for 9 lives. Opponent leveling up Warlock class. And just all in. I think we'll block like this. So cast out in hand. I think they might be looking to combo off with the Warlock class here. So let's play Sythis to start. Found our other 9 lives. We can play Sterling Grove on white. Or, sorry, our Pathway on white, and play out our Sterling Grove. Draw a couple cards, see if we can find Solemnity. No, we do not. But we do have Sigil of the Empty Throne, which can start clogging the skies. I like just putting 9 lives out right now, and knowing that we can go and find Solemnity in the next turn with our Sterling Grove. And actually, we can also play Rest in Peace, see if we find... No. But enough Sterling Groves that we can definitely search up our combo. And we will... Yes, we're not going to need another Destiny Spinner. Actually, let's ditch 9 lives. So there is, and I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. It's not the Skyclave Shade, but it's the 3-mana guy that comes in and causes you to lose a bunch of life. The combo with the Warlock class is that on level 3 here at the beginning of your end step, each one loses life equal to the life they lost this turn. Okay. So I really want to find Solemnity here and just end this game. So we'll play Calix and take a look at the top 4 and see if it's there. And what do you know? Play Solemnity now off of Sanctum Weaver. And Sigil. No attacks. So let's I think we have most of the pieces we need here. So we'll submit these 2. Stonefang is going to drain us for 1 every turn. excited to get in. So here we can start removing most of their board. They're trying to get up and to be able to well, we could go Angels in the Sky, or we can start pumping out some lands. So how much is Sanctum Weaver going to give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. Okay, so we can afford to. Sanctum Weaver, we want to add this green, and then we want to activate, and activate, and activate. I don't think this will matter. So, a lot of decisions on some of those turns. I think I played the Sigil backwards, and we could have probably generated some more Angel tokens earlier in the game, but Destiny Spinner is just as good. Once you have this many permanents out also, you know, Sanctum Weaver's tapping for 9, you're able to crank all of your mana straight into your finish. Yeah, great game. So, let's try something again. Alright, let's do another one here. So for those of you interested, I have played this best of 3 as well. It feels pretty competitive. Like, I think you can hang with like a lot of the decks, and after sideboard, especially with aggro matchups, you're much better suited. Let's see what we have here. Presence, Sanctum Weaver, Destiny Spinner. Oh. Love it. A little bit of okay. Yeah, let's give this a try. And we'll play our tap land. Sago. Ooh. That's really good against us. Let's play Sanctum Weaver. Okay, probably take the presence. Yeah. So, well, look at that. Look at the draw. So let's play Sythis, and then we'll go into, let's get our Wolfwillow Haven online here. Oh, thank goodness we made our land drop. And next turn we'll go Presence and Destiny Spinner. We might need to start casting out these Sentinels here. We're just giving them all the draw they want. Pass, pass. Okay, that was a good draw. Well, let's lead with the Enchantress's Presence. And I'm not paying for that. Not paying for that either. Now, the big question is whether or not we want to play Sanctum Weaver. I think we do, because we can start animating with Destiny Spinner in maybe a turn or two. The other big question is, should we cast out something? Yeah, let's play the Weaver. And we have one of our pieces here. Thalia is going to be a problem. Also very good at us. Thalia will exile, though, with Calix or cast out. All right. See if we can find our 9 lives. No, another cast out. Well, we can actually play both right now. And really need to find that 9 lives, but we'll get Solemnity down. Sterling Grove. And we'll put a second one down and see if we can actually find it. Okay, well, we have the Grove. We can search it up. Let's actually pay 2 here and get it out. Well, we have a full grip at least. And no attacks for now. And I think we can drop the... drop the planes. General Kudrow. Pumping up the team. Okay. Where to start here? We should have had a stop on our upkeep and we could have sacked Sterling Grove right away, but we'll try and see if we can grab 9 lives like this. Rest in peace. Let's grab another Enchantress. Yeah, and then we'll start paying for these. Let's play out another Sterling Grove. We'll put a new Calix down and dig deeper, looking for the rest of the... and there it is. Excellent. So we've now locked them out of damaging, getting the damage done on us, and we can still play out
Well, you know what? We can probably sit at this point in time. Everything is shrouded. They can't do any spot removal on us. We have the combo out. So we'll just chill for a turn, and then we'll start animating these lands and get the game going in our favor. And maybe we can cast something out on their turn. Oh. Drop off. We don't need all the redundant Destiny Spinners. And Cave or Frost. Let's drop the Lair, the Hydra off. There we go. Really have thought about adding a single Rune of Might into the deck to make that Hydra just unstoppable trample. Oh, Captain Rios. That's fine. That's fine. Also fine, we're not playing with our graveyard. And let's see what they decide to do. All in on Calix. Let's cast. And we'll pay for that. Yeah, sure. Take out the general. And we can go ahead and kill the inspector now. Have this one bounce off of us. We'll let the 2 kite sails in. So just unbelievable amount of card draw in this deck. But I think it's now time to demonstrate the awesome power of the Destiny Spinner. So let's queue up and get some mana ready and start animating lands. And that's the game. All right, so there we go. I mean, a fun deck. Esper Sentinel obviously is going to draw a lot of cards off of here, but Destiny Spinner is a really, over the top win condition once you get some permanents down on the battlefield, and especially if you've locked a damage based deck out of killing you via damage with 9 lives and Solemnity, and no real way for them to interact. So great deck. I highly suggest you give it a go. We'll leave the deck list in the description below, and also take a look at some of our other videos, and we'll see you again soon with another deck tech. Take it easy.